What's going on? It's Mike Thompson. How is everyone? I have not been here in a while, and today it's just me. Bradley is working, and so I'll just be on by myself today, but I'll be repping Stylus League and working on some sculpting. I haven't been here in a while. A lot has happened since I've been here. Got a new place. I'm in a new house, and got a new wife and all that. Got a whole bunch of stuff going on right now, so pretty happy. I lost my chat thing though. Hold on one second. Where did that go? There it is. Restream is right there. Hey guys. Okay, yeah, just type something. Let me see if anybody's in here and I'll get started. Switch over to the screen. Let me know if you can hear me and the audio is okay too, by the way. Anyone? There you go. Okay, Leon sent numbers and stuff. What's up, Johnny? Okay, cool. All right, we got people. Let's do this. Let me switch my screen over. Let me know if this music is too loud, too quiet, whatever. So I thought it would be cool on the Stylus League show. We had James Kane from XM Studios on, and we were working on Judge Dredd a while ago. I never really finished that piece, and I wanted to come back to it because now I got my printers. They're all up and running and doing a really good job. So this is the piece that I started back in on that show. And started off with something like this, real rough, and started getting the details. So this is the guy here. So this is what I have. And Death is kind of locked in, but Dredd is, he's soft. He's kind of mushy right now, so there's a bit to go. I did do some poly painting on this. Turn it on here. It also is rough, kind of dark, right? Like everything is kind of dark, but I wanted to get back in and play around with this today, I thought. So that's what I'm gonna do. Johnny J says, yo. Mr. J says that. Johnny says, all clear. So hard, yo. What's up, guys? Can we see the Z-spheres? Absolutely. So the smoke that is here used to look like this when I started. So that is that. And then I just, have been slowly kind of working it up. I love this artwork. I don't know if I reached out to this artist yet or not, but I would love to get an interview with him on my show with Bradley and Raul. Cool interviews coming, by the way. You guys know we got some good stuff coming very soon. Yeah, so here you go. This is kind of what I want to do with Dredd. Right now it is autosave. Hold on, let's wait for this autosave. Right now it's starting to get there, but not really. Thanks, Mr. J. I'm not going to do the Harlequin voice. I'm keeping myself from doing the Harlequin voice. I want to. That's a long save. Come on now. Okay. How's everybody's Thursday going? All right. So if we zoom in on Death, let's see if I can get the lights going here. Lights. Oh, there they are. I'm rusty. I have not been here in a minute, you guys. All right. Yeah, so you can see that Death is kind of locked in as far as the details go. And so now today, let's Let's just do some Judge Dredd, I think. A lot of subtools. Thank goodness I have these things in folders so I can turn them off as needed. I don't know why Death's Hand is still on. Oh, because they're on their own layer. Okay. Get rid of the smoke. All right. I also have a question for the small smoke sludges. Did you produce that using snake hook? No, I'm not very proficient with snake hook. I always go like too far with that. So what I ended up doing, here, let me see. I have James's on here too. Like James killed his, but like I was looking at James as inspiration, and I just went in with the damn standard and the clay buildup and kind of built the forms in for the smoke. So, that's all. Trying to be like James, who's the boss. James Kane. If you don't know, check him out on ArtStation. Very dope artist and cool person also. This pose is about to jump off the screen. Do you sculpt your character straight into pose or T-pose and posing? And Power Master says hi. Hello. It depends. So what I'll do is I'll break symmetry as early as possible and get into a pose. Mostly. But for this guy, I had to break it pretty early in order to try to get to the you know, kind of the reference here. So that's what that was. I got it as far as I could, and then broke the symmetry. I think I might have made, I think as soon as I got his belt squared away, or his boots, I can't remember. All that stuff's recorded, by the way. If you go to my YouTube channel, Stylus League, youtube.com/Stylus League, we have all of those videos, so you can see the whole process there is also. All right, so I like the pants on this. I'm going to kind of build up the detail like that. I'm getting away from the reference there, and you can see I did a sketch to make mine. This is kind of a mashup of the original source material and the movie with the dude that plays Butcher on The Boys. I can never remember his name. Bones from Star Trek. You know that guy. Dredd from the movie. He was in all kinds of stuff. That dude. Whatever his name is. CBC can do anything. Mostly. Yeah, alright. That's Bradley right there. Alright, so let's solo this. I'm glad, actually, because I really wanted to finish this thing, and a lot of times Bradley and I will sculpt stuff, and we have to move on to the next thing, and it just kind of gets put on a shelf. I will say, though, I'm getting way more done now that I have people watching, and they're holding me accountable. So that's a thing. That's good. You know what I didn't have before, too, was this ZBrush, which is awesome. So shout out to Pablo from ZBrush Guides and Geo Napgill. I think I pronounced that right. Who is... That's what the base was, the brush was based off of, actually. Let's see, can you teach us later? Let's see, move this over here. This, make this smaller. Hold on, guys. and put this here. All right, can you teach us later for the methods of doing hard surface in ZBrush? And then it's, yeah, exactly. So absolutely, I did all of the hard surfacey stuff on here. This eagle and his helmet was all done with ZBrush, with ZModeler. I need to do his gun with that as well. So actually, let me find a good, because his gun has been just like a proxy forever, like forever. So let's see what his brush looks like, his gun looks like. And I'll show you. Okay, all right. That's kind of cool. All right, so I'll do this one. And it's gonna be way easier for me if I just take this and start over with it in symmetry, the gun. So let's move this over here. What happened to my chat? I lost the chat. There it is. All right, I'm gonna put the chat right here. Let's move this over here. Thanks for joining me, by the way, you guys. I appreciate it. I know I've been gone for a long time. Yeah, you can see, like, it's just the glove details, the fingers aren't welded on yet. There's a lot to do here. But let's get with this gun first, actually. All right, and this is all on one thing, so it's auto group. All right, I will clone this whole thing. Come over here and duplicate, just so I can see where this, how he's supposed to be holding it. All right, now I only want the gun, so I'm gonna get rid of the hand on this one. Delete hidden. Okay. All right, now let's try to get this back as close to being centered as possible. And it won't be perfect, but again, I'm not losing anything. This is just a real rough block in. All right, so I know this is nowhere near the center of our screen, so I'm gonna say unify. If I go to deformation and unify, it should center it on the world for me. Frame, probably sized it too, but it's all good. Yeah, there you go. All right, so now if I take this thing and looks a little crooked. No, I'm gonna just go with it. I'll go mirror and weld. All right, there you go. Let me just rotate it a little bit, actually. Mirror and weld. All right, close enough. Okay, let's see what I missed. Double Stylus challenge. Stylus League. Yeah, absolutely. Hey Mario, cool. Mechanical objects. How do you feel when you make hard surfaces? Hey Mario Cat. Ambivalent, I think. I don't know. Like, hard surface stuff always looks so cool, and there's so many people that do it way better than I ever will, that I just try to get by. You know what I mean? Like, I'll do what I can just not to look silly. But yeah, there are guys who are, you know, and girls who are doing like hard surface stuff that's better than I will ever hope to do. Okay, so I'm just gonna look at what we got going on here, and actually probably will be easier for me just to replace this top part with a new subtool. So I'm going to duplicate. One thing I do when I'm making this kind of Z modeled stuff is I'll just duplicate and I will hit Q cube and just make a new cube. And I'll do that over and over again, and that whatever that is becomes the thing that I need it to be, if that makes sense. So I'm going to figure out this part on the top here. Right, and then just kind of copy and resize. I don't need this part on the top anymore, so I'm going to get rid of it, delete hidden. Oops. It makes a pew pew. Z modeling is so much fun. Do you also do game assets? I do not. So I'm actually an illustrator, you guys. I'm a ZBrush enthusiast who happens to get sculpting work from time to time. Let's see if I can do a little low-key flex. So that's mine for Sideshow, the Mall Ahsoka, and I don't know if you can see it in the back, but there's an ODB. That's mine as well. So from time to time I'll get sculpting work, but mostly I do like movie posters and stuff like that. Hey, if you haven't already, check out They Clone Tyrone. I don't know, that poster art looks kind of fresh. No, that's mine too. And the movie's good. It's actually very good. All right, so I got this. Now, what I want to do is I want to make this little trigger area part here, and I will do it by, I'm going to split unmasked. Let's just grab this part by itself. This is where I really start to love Z Modeler. So I only need this front face. I'm going to take the front face, just that face. I will delete hidden. All right, with Z Modeler now, I want to make that inset. So I'll hover over face, go to inset, and polygroup all. And now if I draw in, you see it does it for me. Does it for me. I'm not doing anything. This is all ZBrush, baby. All right, delete that. Okay, so now what I can do is turn it around. I will flip the faces this way because my gun is over on this side, right? And now I can just go back to extrude. Extrude, polygroup all, and just drag it out, and bing, bang, boom. There's my trigger, or the itchy trigger finger. All right, just kind of center it up a little bit. Now I want to bevel around this, and also it's the size of it is kind of whack, but let's fix that now. Okay. When I squish this, I don't want the ends to get thinner. I just want this big middle section to get thinner. So I think what I'll do is I will delete this. Let's solo it again. Delete that and that. Just mask this part. And now I can just pull this over, make it thinner. All right, it's kind of just a square. That. Okay, I want this to be thicker also, so I will extrude these polygons here. And I like to make bevels this way. because it's just super easy for me. So now let's see, I can put on symmetry. All right, so it's not, let's see. Symmetry is on, but for whatever reason. Oh, is it doing it? Let's see. No, it's not. All right, so I'll just mirror and weld. Okay, it's because this wasn't in the center. So good thing about this is by mirroring and welding, I got it back in the center again. And so that's good for me. Okay, and now I'm just going to delete this poly loop right there, and boom, I have my perfectly placed bevel like that. All right, let's see. Thomas, hey, what's up, man? How you doing, brother? I haven't talked to Thomas in a minute. I still want that Green Lantern ring. I'm gonna get with Thomas and figure out how to make jewelry. If you haven't seen his stuff, what are you doing, really? But I want a functioning Green Lantern ring that actually can like shoot out light. So I'm looking at you, my friend. Challenge, throwing the gauntlet down. There's an endless road to rediscover. How do you make sure the trigger is centered? Snapping tool for that. Yeah, so there you go. I just showed you. I got it close to the center. I did a mirror and weld, and it puts it dead center. So now if I turn this back on, dead center all day. So now if I was to go and let's say turn on dynamic the dynamic subdivisions, it's going to get real round, right? It's not what I want. So what I could do is I can now just throw in some selective creasing. I like to turn the creasing down. So like I'll usually turn it down to like 1 and just hit some of these edges. Oops, be careful. There's that. Crease, 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 crease. All right. So now it's going to be close, but probably not perfect. Yeah, still not perfect. All right, so what I'm going to need is a couple of holding lines here, a few holding lines. So I will just go back to ZModeler, hover over an edge, and go to my insert, right? And now just drag out a few of these babies on the edges. And you'll see that if I go dynamic, see how it holds that edge for me now? So I'm just going to do that a few more times. In fact, let's work smart and not hard. I'm going to take this whole thing. Oh, no, forget that. Well, I could do it. Nah, I'm not going to do it. All right, I was going to say I would just mirror and weld it, but then I'd have to like rotate it or move it over or whatever. So I don't feel like doing all that. I got too much to do. It's that. And just try to get them in a similar spot, because if you don't, let's say I have it over here and I go dynamic, didn't do what I thought I was going to do. Hold on a second. Let's put it over here. See how now that this radius is different than the other one? You can easily fix that by just sliding that loop. So if I go and slide the edge loop over and slide this over, it gets cleaner. Right? So that's that. All right, so let's go here. I don't know why everything is black now. That's weird. Oh, I went to black. Okay, so now, great thing about the hard surface stuff, and something I learned from a couple of my friends, and actually by watching people like Paul Gabry who do a lot of hard surface stuff, is it really doesn't look good until you add a bevel. Like that light doesn't really catch the edge. So you can see how looking at these primitive shapes, they just don't look so good because they don't have a bevel on them yet. But they will look good. We're gonna fix that shortly. All right, so now I'm gonna grab this piece up here. I wanna do that little piece that goes up and around. So let's do this. I'm gonna, all right. Just going to, okay, oh, it's saving, that's why. Oh, please don't crash. I haven't saved. Save your work frequently. And while it's doing that, I'm gonna have a sip of this delicious coffee in a hell of a mug. If you're interested in mugs or hats, why don't you come on over to our store and check it out. I'll be shamelessly plugging because it's 2023 and I don't have anybody to stop me. I told Paul and Kyle and all those guys over at Maxon, I'm gonna be shamelessly doing a lot of plugging. So that's all the plugging I'm doing. I'm not doing anymore. All right, let's hide this piece. All right, now just mask this, grab it and drag this over. I want this to be longer. Bring back the other one. Okay. All right, now what I want to do here is insert some loops like here and here. And let's see. This is another one of those instances where I only need one face. So let's get rid of, I'll split this piece, split hidden. Okay, I only want this side. Okay, delete hidden. Oh man, I missed a lot of chat. Is there an autosave? Yeah, no, it's saved. In fact, let's save now. That it's given me a mulligan. I'm gonna save. Let's see. And just so you know, the last save for this was March of this year. And we started it in, oh my gosh, is that real? That can't be real. Almost a year ago. Sheesh. This is what happens when stuff just goes in a folder and you forget about it like me. ZBL. If you only knew all the stuff that I started and never finished. Coffee from where? From my kitchen. Got it from my kitchen. I have a Nespresso machine and I love it. So I even got my daughter one when she moved. It's fantastic. Fantastic. Subbed in the, hey, thanks, Mr. J. Subbed over at the Stylus League. We're not seeing your screen. Can you guys not see me now? Change the, oh, ha. Okay. Got it. Okay. Okay. That's one. I promise you, that'll be the only one. I forgot that that's what I used to do all the time, but I'm done now. All right. So what I want to do here, I just want to delete this. Come on, man. All right. I just want to delete this face right here. Okay. And I think it goes down and up here. So let's see. I'm just trying to see this shape here. Okay, put this here. It's very 8-bit right now, but don't worry, it'll get better. All right, so now I want to slide this point over here a little bit. Slide these in. Maybe a little bit. Now I'll leave that alone. Like that. And yeah, that's cool for now. Oh, the back piece. All right, let's do the back piece here. Insert. All right, I'm just going to delete this whole piece. Like that. Do a little something like that. Okay, cool. So this is close for me. Just turn it around. Flip the faces. Nice background. Oh, thanks. Okay, which country? What did I miss? Oh, coffee from where? Oh man, this is a Starbucks pod, probably from here. I don't know. I don't even know what they do with their coffee, man. I have a friend who actually has a coffee shop, and funny story, I saw him at a gathering. I hadn't seen him in like 20 years, not since college. And he has a coffee shop, and I was telling him that my wife and I love our Nespresso. He thought we were saying espresso, obviously. So he's like, "Oh, you're a coffee guy," and we talked for a while. When he found out I was saying Nespresso, he turned his back on me like the old scene from the Klingon thing and promptly walked away. So I get that. I understand. Not even mad at that. All right, so now I will append. Let's do this. Go to my tools. Where are my tools? All right, I'm gonna append a cylinder 3D. All right. Okay, so let's take this and rotate. Hold down Shift to kind of snap it. And I don't really need all these subdivisions, so I'll just delete these. Actually, let's just put one here, here and here. And I definitely don't need it to be this wide. All right, let's cut on our stuff. Don't need that bottom part. Delete that. And you see where I'm going with this. Maybe it's a little bit bigger. Like that. Okay. All right, and if I want it dead center, again, all I'll do here is I will mirror, oops, mirror and weld. Ah, what happened? I'm off center. Everything must be off. Wait a second. I'm gonna zero this stuff out. Hold on a sec. Geometry. Okay. Why is that? Wait a second here. Mirror and weld. Yeah, it's all center. 0. There you go. It's that. And then the rest is fine. Okay. Back over here. Let's see, a little late here. Hoping to... So much 3D, what's going on? Saw collection, all right. Columbia. Frederick, what's going on? What's going on, man? Thank you, thank you. Nespresso is baller. And listen, that's my buddy Bradley, and he actually bought me the machine because before that I was drinking another coffee maker machine, which I won't name because I don't know, maybe there's somebody from there watching, but he told me that this is the one I need, and so he wasn't wrong. It's delicious. I gotta change my autosaves. Like, I'm glad it's saving because I know I'm only, you know, it's a good chance I could crash at any minute, but this is too soon. Let's see if I can change that now. Actually, this is a lot of autosaves. Let's go preferences, quick save. Let's change that rest duration to 5. Okay. All right. See if that does anything. All right. I want to also, I guess I can keep all of those subdivisions. Why did that not give me thickness? That's weird. Let's do this. Oh, you know what? Let's see. I don't need it to be closed anyway. It's hidden. Can I delete these one at a time? Let's say. No, it's not gonna work. All right. So I'll be honest with you. While I like the art of the 2000 AD, I'm not super familiar with the Judge Dredd stuff, so I don't know exactly how this gun is supposed to look, but I'm gonna do my best here. Let's get rid of these. I'm gonna polygroup this edge by poly loop. All right, now I can extrude just this piece here, like so. And do that little thing I just showed you with getting the bevel. Actually, let's do something different. I want to hold that bevel, and rather than creasing it, what I'll do is I'll just make this here, and here, and slide these edges. Edge loop complete. Slide these in. Now this is what I was afraid of. Okay, because of the way that that edge is handled at the bottom. Oh wait, you know what? Hold on. Instead of complete, I will do partial. See if that fixes. There you go. Perfect. Slide. Come on, dude. Partial. That doesn't want to work. All right, I'm gonna mask that part. And oh, it did it over here too. Oh, you know what? Check it out. Not even gonna sweat it. Let's just see what happens if I bevel the edge. I'll just use bevel. Slide this down some. And then I'll just bevel. Alright, so not quite as destructive on the bottom. And then if I click, it'll just do it on the other side too. Both sides. All right, there we go. Okay, so I want those little insets. I'm gonna see. Let's see if I can make them. They're easy enough to Boolean out, but let's just see if I can make them just by myself here. I'm going to try inset again. Also, let's click Let's see. Can I insert? Oh, okay. That's weird. But you know what? I'm not mad at that. What if I can do this? Hold on a sec. This is... It's one of those not Alex Ross, one of those Bob Ross moments where it's like a happy accident. Let's see if I can do this. Click here. Here. What happens if I make one here? Oops. All right. I don't think I'll be subdividing this because it'll probably look crazy if I do, but let's do this. Extrude, poly group all. Let's push this in. All right. And I want to bevel. Let's see if I can do it. It's probably going to get insane here, but let's see. Bevel. Bevel. No. Oh, you know what? Here, let's engineer this real quick. Insert a loop here. And poly loop that. And now see if I can just slide the other one back a little bit. Slide just an edge. There you go. All right, so this is kind of brute forcing it, but you know what? It almost worked. What I can do on this one, I can slide this piece in. No. Or not. I'm not going to spend forever on this. But, okay, so this is kind of what I wanted here, right? I could do that with a Boolean probably way easier. Let's just see what it looks like when I hit dynamics. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Yeah, ugly. Don't do that. All right, so I'm going to undo all this part. I will just close these holes at the bottom. Or try to. It's crazy. Delete hidden. Lip. Ah, there's something I couldn't see. Sometimes it helps to have double turned on. If I turn on double, I can see everything that's missing here. Yeah, look, there you go. There's two pieces there instead of one. So let's get rid of this one. Delete hidden. This is probably what was causing the problems before. All right, now extrude all polygons. This is a little trick I like, right? Like, so let's say, all right, let's say this is flipped this way, right? We have polygons. We want to keep our poly groups rather, right? What we could do, yeah, Judge Dredd, yes. What's up, Steamworks? Oh man, I missed a lot of stuff. Let's see, Thomas said group on 2008D. Nice. What age did I start using ZBrush? Mr. J, that's none of your damn business. Don't be asking me my age. I've been using ZBrush for around 8 years now. Like I said, I've totally been an illustrator, a 2D artist until about 8 years ago. Started using ZBrush because I was working on Hasbro box art for G.I. Joe, and I needed to know how to make the guys. So I use that and use it as reference to paint. Let's see, consider using ZModeler brush, one of the main hard surface. One of the main brush for hard surfaces. Yeah, I use that all the time. All the time. Perfect timing. Currently watching 2000 AD with James Cain. Nice. Nice, Anthony. Thanks, man. You you can always split the points to make the holes round. Yeah, I want them square for that part. I'm just gonna do it the easy way though. That was just to see if I could. Put the poly loop on the other two. Love the other gestures. Painting. That's Bradley. You know when I started painting. When I was young. Also, don't be asking me my age. All right, this is this trick I wanted to show you guys. So the my poly loops, right? My poly groups rather. Let's say I had a whole bunch of poly groups. I didn't want to lose them. What I could do here, but I do want to extrude this. So rather than saying extrude poly group all and then dragging this out and then coming over here and dragging this out, what I can do is I'll flip the polygons, right? And I have it set up on my UI. You can also do it with ZModeler, right? So like if I had ZModeler here and I went to flip faces and I said all faces, all polygons, it flips it for me this way. Why this is important is because what I can do now is I can go to my extrude and say all polygons, right? And drag it out like that. Okay. I do this when I am working on statues and want to keep poly groups. Like let's say I'm making clothing or something like that and I want the groups on the outside. On the inside, I don't really care that much. I'll do this technique, but when this is done saving, I'll flip it around. Have a sip of coffee while I'm waiting. Okay, all right, now if I flip it around, see my poly groups are still there? Boom, like a glove. All right, so now let's look, the bottom should be, there you go. This is what I wanted. So now I can do all of the, like adding groups and stuff and it doesn't get all crazy, right? Like this should work fine. Wraps all the way around, it's all good. What happens if I do this? Okay, that's gonna give me those little pie wedges. Can I delete? Nah, you can't. Okay, so you can't do it that way. So what I will do at this point is now I should be able to bevel with no problem. Right, edge loop complete. I'll just say bevel. Look at that. That's pretty. All right. So I like this. Dynamic, it's not going to hold because I don't have loops down here. Let's add some loops. Insert. Let's do this actually. Let's see. I'll do this. Holding line isn't going to really. Can I do it here and here? Let's see. Dynamic. Not so much. What if I put them here and here? There and there. Dynamic. All right. It's close. Sometimes it just gets close and then that's as good as you can do. I'm going to say dynamic. All right, let's try to crease all. Maybe that'll do it. Geometry. Crease all. Okay, and then turn down the crease maybe. Ooh, what did I just do? Oh, I added thickness. Don't do that. All right, so that's cool. All right, close enough for me. Let's add some more subdivisions. Right, I don't love this crease here. Maybe I can uncrease just this one. Oh, you know what? That's probably... Oh, okay. I got it. That's why that's there. That's that edge loop I added. Just delete these two. All right, perfect. So now I like that. I'm going to say apply. That's cool. Okay, good enough. Now I know there's, like, I could have easily just made this shape as a circle and cut it in half. Why did I do it that way? I don't know. That's the way anybody that with sense would have done it. But I didn't do it that way. Sometimes you got to do dumb things in order to figure out the smart way to do things. All right, let's come back over here and get back on this gun. I don't want to spin forever on this gun, so let's just quickly wrap it up. Subtool, duplicate, like I always do. Click, whoa, W. All right, I just want this to be a cylinder, so I'll go and make this into a cylinder. Make sure it's oriented the right way. That right there is cool. Okay. Smaller. Okay, actually, let's make it bigger. Here. Let's insert a loop here, and here. Let's grab this whole thing and just mask it to there. All right. And then I want to shrink it down. Shrink it down like that. Bring this back. Yeah, I was playing around with the idea of having it fit the gun barrel exactly, but I don't like that. So I'll just make it more circular. And then I'll just give the gun a little taper on the front. This. All right, now I can basically make this whole shape with just this one piece here. I really do like ZModeler a lot. Like, this is kind of my jam. This is actually fun for me. All right, so we just get it close. Oops, frame. Frame. Really? That gun nozzle is tiny. All right, let's just see. Up here, every once in a while I like to check the scale by just kind of putting it close to the thing and looking. All right. That nozzle's still looking kind of petite. I can fix that though. Just want it to be a little more chunky. And now if I want this to be hollowed on the inside, now I do want to print this guy. So what I'll do is, let's go back to the inset for the poly group, bring this in some, and then just do a extrude, bring this in just a little bit. It just needs to sell the idea that it's hollow. Now, obviously, if I'm printing it, I don't want it to be like a deep kind of a well there. And then I can bevel these edges a little bit. That. Like that. Okay. Now, if I add some holding lines or creasing, I can, let's do this too. Hold on. Insert that there. I can get this to look round the way it's supposed to. Just make some poly groups here. Okay, and this whole piece here, I think I want to be one group. All right. I don't know what this piece is. What is this? Oh, that back. Ah, I see what I did there. I see what I did there. Okay. There it is. All right. Be careful, because when you add those end caps, it makes them the same poly group, and I don't want that. So let's fix the stuff that I had here. Okay, got my groups back. All right, now if I hit dynamic, it's just going to turn into like a real mushy thing, which I don't want. So I'm going to add some thickness to this part here, actually. Let's do this extrude poly group. Let's drag this out a little bit. Right, I want a little bit of an edge, and then I can slide this loop back to get it to look right. So what I've realized, this gun is going to be tiny. So if I don't go over the top with the details, it's going to be pretty boring and soft too. I'm just looking back to the chat, which I haven't looked at for a while. Actually, I didn't miss anything. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna show you. I went back. I had a model that I sculpt that I did a long time ago of my Hulk, and I got a Anycubic Photon M3 Premium, which has got a big build plate, and because of that, I was able to take something that I was only able to print on my Ender 5 at scale, which is like 22 inches, and print it as parts on my Anycubic. So I'll show you. I want to share this. I can't wait until Saturday to do the what's good. I'll show it to you now. But I'm working on this guy. I've got several pieces here. So the legs I put together. This was 4 pieces, and you can see where they're seamed together. I haven't done a primer paint yet, but everything under the knee was like leg 1, leg 2, calf 1, calf 2. But what's dope about this is I was able to take this the sculpt from, I don't know, like 6 years ago, 4 years ago, however long it's been, and it was already decimated. Take it back into ZBrush, use my what's it called? The Sculptors Pro, and add more detail to it, right? Because now that I've done cutting and keying for myself and for other people, I know that these things have to be cut in nice and deep. So I don't know if you guys can see this, but there's like pores on his feet. I'll put pictures on actually I put some on the Discord for my Stylus League channel. So if you haven't joined it, join it. But I'll put some pictures up also of the finished piece. But check this out. Like, it's ridiculous how much detail his head kept. It's got everything. It's got the little hairs in his eyebrows. So that was on a D2 and an M3. And now for his, like, look at his arm. His arm is like a baby arm. This actually is a big baby. This is like a forearm. You know what I'm saying? This is huge. But that's his arm. And his upper body was so big I couldn't even print it as one thing. I had to engineer it. Oops, sorry about that. I had to engineer it as 2 pieces. So this is the upper body. So it's going to be heavy, chunky. It's a big boy. But I tell you all that to tell you this. I learned a lot between when I first started sculpting this guy and now. And one of the major things is if you want to print this stuff, you really, really have to go hard on the details and the cuts, which is what I'm doing now. That was a lot of talking. Sorry, you guys. Okay, so now if I crease on just these spans here, it's gonna look crispy. All right, I'm gonna set this to do nothing for the polygons because what I don't want is to accidentally extrude, and I do that all the time. And quickly go in and add some detail here. This one. Oh, this could use a bevel actually. And now crease. And crease, and over here. Almost done. Okay. And then I'll add a couple of holding lines just to make sure. All right, so now when I go and hit dynamic, it looks crazy. Oh, it's got creases on here. I don't want those. Crease. Get rid of that, get rid of that. There you go. Turn up the thickness, or the smoothness rather. Okay, turn down my crease level. I'm gonna say 2. All right, then you get a little bit of a roundness to it. Watch those unnecessary creases, okay. All right, let's see what I missed. Oh, Ali Loops is asking how long for each print. About 12 to 14 hours for everything except for his chest. Half, which is really, I don't know if you see how thick that is. It's pretty thick. That's like 1/4 of an inch. And so this took 18 hours for this, but I've been printing nonstop. I've got his arm over there on the build plate now, his other arm, and I got his other hand here. So those are between 12 and 14 hours. The big part was 18 hours. So a long time. Solo, I want the Kiro to, yeah, I gotta finish that. So the good thing about that, thanks, Solo. The Tetsuo piece is, I can now print the base at full size. Like I can just maybe cut it in half, and it's a lot of rubble. Hitting my microphone. It's a lot of rubble, so I can seam that together easily. What I'm thinking about this nozzle here as I look at it is I want a holding line because it's a little too soft there. So I'll just add a couple. Come on, man. There you go. One there, maybe one there. And there. Dynamic. Again, I keep hitting crease. I don't want to do that. Dynamic. Dude, stop it. What is that? Dynamic. Maybe I added a loop here. I didn't mean to. Yeah, I did. There you go. All right. Cool. All right. So you can see that if you're patient, it's not hard to make this thing. So now I'm going to take this piece and just duplicate it. Great thing about using ZModeler with dynamic subdivisions turned on too is that I can make copies of the stuff and not have to worry about screwing up, or not have to worry about freezing or deleting the lower subdivision levels. Let's split this piece, split, unmasked, right? Turn these on, grab that, and again, I just want this to be a, I want this to be a cylinder without dynamic subdivision. All right, and then this piece is, that's almost the perfect size. Oh, wait. Auto groups. All right. So you guys have seen how I do this stuff. Now I'm going to just go in and kind of do it without talking about it. Another thing that that I can do here that's kind of cool is I can let's see if I want to do it this way. Yeah, I can add subdivisions. Let's get rid of these end caps for this one. Okay. All right, so I got rid of both of the end. Well, I didn't. All right, let's do it the smart way here. I'll just grab this and stop it. Grab this. Oh. Why can't I get this? W? No? What is happening here? Yeah, I'll just delete them. This is ridiculous. Delete. Delete, 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 delete. There you go. Alright, I was trying to do a temporary poly group, but it just wasn't trying to work for me. Alright, so that's cool. Now I can, let's do insert, multiple edge loops. Alright, and I'm looking at that, maybe like this, right? So now I can just click these. Okay. I'm just deleting every other one. Okay. All right. So this is kind of what I wanted. I got my shape back here. And now I can give this some thickness. I'm going to do that thing I was talking about before where I invert, flip the normals here. Auto groups. All right. I'm going to flip faces for this poly group. So now it's inside out. And now I can give it some thickness. Like that. Okay, I'll just make it really thick like that. Okay. Come back over here and now if I go to, let's give this, oops, let's give this one edge loop. And what I want to do here, actually no, let's get rid of that. I want to inset the poly, the faces, but I want to do each poly or each face now. So I'm going to say inset each and see what this does. Right. So essentially what I'm doing is I'm framing. All right. So I'm cool with this. I like that. Before I do it though, I'm going to duplicate this piece. So I'll just take this split hidden. Okay. I'm going to duplicate. And the reason I want to do that is I only want these faces after I'm done with this. So I will now inset. If I just click, it does it automatically because I did it once before. I only want the yellow pieces, so I'm going to isolate them, delete everything else. Okay. Saving. Let's see what I missed. Baby harm. Thanks, alley-oops. All the holes in the bottom from yeah. So I added a lot of holes in this on all the pieces, and I got to tell you, I had 0 suction on my FEP sheet, which was nice. Like I had to go and check it multiple times just to make sure. You can see that these were 2 separate pieces that that I seamed together and printed out the thighs, and it was, I have holes in the bottom of the pant leg as well, and it was great because there was, I think it's going to preserve the life of my FEP sheet, and very little failure. So that was pretty dope. All right, so now I have these pieces, which I can now go extrude, right? And this is the cool part, right? I'm going to extrude this part too. So I get them to be closer together, right? And I want to add a little bevel to them. So what I'll do is I will just, I think I want to slide these down. I'll just slide them down. Now this would have been easier to do probably, actually no, I couldn't have done it. I was going to say if I had that piece in the middle, I would only have to do it once, but you know, it's cool. Could have done this also with an array mesh, but for whatever reason, I'm like the only person that has difficulty with array meshes. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Slide. Why is it doing that? I put an edge loop on, I must have. Insert. Yeah. Slide. Come on, dude. Slide. Stop it. There it is. What happened here? You know, another way to do this is I can just delete this one and it's faster. I don't know what happened, but it made an extra loop on some of these. All right, so I could just fix those that way and then slide these down. Oh, I see what I did. Actually, I don't. I don't know why it's doing that. I guarantee it has something to do with the fact that I didn't set the hover over the poly group to do nothing, and it did something that I didn't want it to do. So easy way to fix that, if you keep running into the problem, say you have a small area that you're trying to get at, like I don't know, I just completely screwed this one up. What the heck? Okay, there you go. Yeah, set it to do nothing. That's the way to fix that problem. So now if I hover over a poly group, it should say do nothing, which it does. Oh my God. Slide. There it is. Probably should have left my Judge Dredd picture on here so people coming in saw that it was a little more interesting than it actually looks. This part is boring. But I'm almost done. All right. So when I come back on the end of the month for ZBrush Live, I will have Bradley with me. He actually is at EA now, and he only has limited time to come on with me on the week, during the week. So so next time I will bring Bradley, if you're missing him. All right, so there's that piece. For this piece, I'll just grab it. And oh. What's going on here? Delete hidden. Why is it moving? There it is. All right. So now if I want to move multiple pieces, just turn on all the pizza boxes, select what I want to move, that, and I can grab and move this stuff like that. All right. A little closer to the gun. This handle needs to come up. Handle? Is that what they call them? The gun handle? I don't know. Oh, make sure you turn off the boxes when you're ready to move. I guess it is a gun handle. What do you call that thing? What you hold on to with a gun? Call of Duty players? I don't know. Okay, holes in the bottom. How much filament did that take? A lot. Even with it being hollowed, I think I've used like 5 liters so far. The thing is really, really big when it's done. It's huge. Huge. I haven't updated the since ZBrush went to Maxon. Is there any substantial improvement yet? Yeah, they've added some nice features. I personally am I am all upgraded to the new version. But it usually takes me a while to pick up on everything that is new. This is way too dense. So again, this is just going to be easier for me just to take this whole thing. I'm going to do this though. Let's do this. Grab it. I'll just ZRemesh. Keep groups, detect edges, turn off that, and ZRemesh. Let's see what I get. Let's turn this down to like 2. Yeah, half. There you go. Slow and steady gets the race. Yeah, so Yeah, yeah. It's got cool features. But if you have the older version and you can't afford to upgrade yet, you can still do dope stuff with the old version. I'm gonna be mindful of the time too. So it's 3:21. I'm done at 4, you guys. So let me know. Don't have me in here all like 5 o'clock and stuff. I'm supposed to be doing stuff later. Plus, I don't know if somebody's supposed to come on after me. Poly loop. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Let's give this center line here, make this even. Okay, what'd I miss? Missed the first time. No worries, Oliver. You can just watch it on video demand. UV resin, anycubic resin printer. Yeah, I'm using resin right now. My original Hulk was done with a filament printer, and it was I guess it took a little bit longer, but very, very thin. A lot of like the cleanup is not even on the same planet. First of all, the M3 I'm using has so much detail. I'm able to keep all the skin pores. Let me just grab a picture so you guys can see. I was sending stuff back and forth to my buddies Tony and Bradley and Brad. However, let me tell you, so it's interesting. I pulled up my Facebook, and like this is an old Zion Williamson print I made, and it kept a lot of detail, but that's it's thin, and it's like thin and it's light, which I don't love. I want my models to be chunky, heavy. So let's go back to find a picture here. Okay, there it is. Somewhere. Bear with me, guys. Okay, here you go. So if I come over here, right, like this is the chest printing, and that's it with the supports. So you can see it is dumb large. Well, let's see what else I got here. I want to show you the detail in the head because it's pretty sick. All right, the head looks like the problem when you stream or when you are saving stuff to chat with your buddies is that they all post things too, and you can't see. Like, look at this foot. Look at that. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That is a crazy foot. Oops. No, that was a delivery woman who threw my package. Let me show you this. Hold on. First of all, this is fun. This is not ZBrush related, but tell me what you think about this person. And I don't know who she is, so I'm not doxing anybody. But watch this. That's how I get my deliveries. Watch this delivery. Take that, sucker. That's how I'm delivering your box. I don't like that. But anyway, here you go. Here's the detail on the head. Where's the head? I want to get a good one. Here you go. Look at this. Isn't that crazy? The eyebrows, you can see the little like rods and cones in the eyes. You can see it. So anyway, that's all I wanted to share. And she was wrong for throwing my package like that. I don't care what anybody says. She was wrong for that. What happened to restream? There it is right there. Okay. Let's see. Nathaniel said Stylus League in the Pixo channel. Yes, sir. Hey, what's up, Tattoon? Personal website. Yes, I do. Here is, let's see. Oh man, hold on a second. What is my thing here? Hold on one second. It is, okay, here you go. All right, that's everything. All of my socials are on that LinkedIn, and my anti-venom tutorial, all my stuff is on there. Hard surface, grip. That's what you call it? Okay. I called it the gun handle. I hold guns by the handle. Can you tell that I'm definitely a big gun guy? I call them handles. Amazon. No, that was a post office. That was the USPS. She's wrong for that. That's all I'm going to say. She's wrong for that. Let's put this back. Oh, what I want this here. Okay, I'm going to call this gun for now. Even though it doesn't have a trigger, I don't know how the hand is going to work. So let's turn that on. Oh my gosh, it's huge too. So let's take everything and scale it down. Oops. Everything. Okay. And scale it down. Down. Okay. Turn on this gun here. Nope, don't want that to move. I'll stop. Okay. All right, so if I want to bring this back with the Dredd, let's do this. Okay. What I'll do is maybe save it for once. And then before I move it out of the center, new gun. Before I move it, I'll save it so that when I go in and add all those extra little nice details, it will be in symmetry still. Right, and I can see obviously that there's some sizing issues. That grip has to be changed. Grip. And it's too big now. That's too big. But the rest of the gun is kind of close. Right. So cool. That is It's my new gun, right? So then now I will say what I could do with this is I can turn off the hand and I can say export or group visible. Let's see, group visible, merge visible, sorry, merge down, merge visible. That's what I want. Now, by doing that, all the stuff that I had dynamic subdivisions on disappear, right? Like, because it's all grouped together. I can get that back easily, but what I'll do is I'll copy this, go back to my Dredd here. So now, if you're now just joining me an hour and a half into this, what this looks like all together is this. There you go. And now I can paste his new arm and hand in there. So let's go back down to so many subtools on this. All right, I'll turn off the gun and say paste. Oh, actually, I'll go turn this gun back on and just put his hand. All right, so now we have kind of the gun and the hand that are closer to being a thing. Let's do some poly painting before I get out of here. I'm a painter, not a fighter, so let's turn this on. And let's do some poly painting, because this guy's looking kind of rough. Like, Dredd is looking really rough. One thing I don't want is for him just to be wearing black, so I'm just going to quickly go in and make his, like, the base colors of his suit a little lighter. Let's see. Let's see. Solo. There you go. Go back to my little draw over, which is, so this is like how I figure out my details, right? Like, put the holster down here and draw some pads and stuff like that. So this is what I'll do, is I will get it to a point where it's looking kind of okay, like this, and then I'll take it in Photoshop and draw in, like, I wanted more veins on these hands and details and all that. Then I'll go and actually sculpt those things after the fact. So this is where we are right now. Like, this belt is going to look better when I add some colors, but right now this is what it is. Put this over here, bring this up here. Come on. Over there like that. All right, what I miss? Yeah, I missed a lot. Grip, pores, Amazon. Put a foam mat on your porch. I'm not gonna make it easy for this person to abuse my packages. Get out of here. Alley-oops. I'm not the one that's out of pocket on this. She saved it 4 seconds on delivery. Yeah, 4 seconds. Exactly. Yeah. I'm not gonna walk all the way up to this door and drop the stuff. I'm going to, or place the stuff down. I'm gonna just bowl it onto my lawn. It's like it's a paperboy or something. Color fill. Yeah. Color fill. All right, so just get a base color here. Let's go back and look at some Judge Dredd pictures. Yeah, there you go. Simon Beasley stuff is crazy. I think that's Simon Beasley. All right. Oops. Color fill. Why did I do that? Color fill. Solo. what's happening? Oh, you know what? I probably have a layer on for this. Do I have layers? I do. I'm recording. I don't know why. Let's see what I recorded. See what I did here. So this is... Okay. I just changed his anatomy. Did I want it soft like that? Let me see. It's interesting. I softened it for some reason. I guess it was too detailed. Probably for a leather suit. Yeah, I don't want it to look like he's skin painted. Even though the Beasley stuff is pretty jacked. Let's see. Do I like this? All right. I'm gonna say that I did that for a reason, so I'm gonna keep it. And say bake all. Now I can fill it with color. There you go. All right. Go and get the piping, and let's warm this up a little bit. Actually, I'll change it to something a little bit lighter. Color fill. No, it's not the piping. Solo. There you go. Fill. All right. That'll do. All right, now you guys tell me what you want me to work on, right? Because Death needs to be painted more. Dredd needs to be sculpted and painted more. So I'm gonna, this is group participation. What do you want me to work on? You want me to do some smoke and Death? Because smoke could look kind of dope. Painting up some of the details on the smoke, I could do that. What do you want to see? I'm gonna drink some coffee. You tell me. It's dealer's choice. Do the smoke. Boom. First. All right, I'm on it. Let's do the smoke. So, tool. Subtool. All right, let's turn off Dredd so I can see the smoke. Okay, all right, cool. So, first thing I would do if I was doing this for somebody is I would get some reference. Okay. That's kind of fresh. Ooh. Yeah, I like that. Let's say black smoke. Okay. Copy image. Paste image. No, why are you making it so hard? Every once in a while, Google is like, I don't want you to have this particular picture. I'm not going to sell the picture. I just want the smoke, man. Don't be like that. All right, got it. And let's get the other smoke and put it close to it. All right. So first things first, I think what I will do here is lighten this whole thing up so we can see it. Just take a light warm gray, maybe a little more orange, and grab a brush that has color. Drop the opacity down, and let's fill this with the color. That's better. I like that already. All right, so there's that. And what's supposed to be happening here, why I have the green and the tan, is it's supposed to be turning into, like, he's materializing, right? It's like this is his belt is kind of going, and the bones on his this thing. The method that I use to do his little skull piece here, which is a little bit of a hard read because it's so dark. Let's lighten that up a little too. Is what I'm going to, am I on it? Solo. Color or fill. Lighten it up. Yeah, what I'm gonna do for the smoke is pretty much what I did for this. There you go, that's better. It was too dark. And I do want to paint this in a little bit. Let's turn off add. Turn up the intensity. There you go. So I can't wait to paint that Hulk. Like, I'm super excited about that because I just started to really get back into analog painting. I've been doing it digitally for so long. It's kind of fun, you know? So all right. You know what? I'm going to turn off this light too, this bounce light, because it's making it hard to see what's going on. Light. Where the heck is the light? Subtool. Oh, it's up here now. Turn that off. And center this. It's usually easier. There you go. All right. I'm going to do it one time. 15 minutes. Okay. All right. Knock that back a little bit. Okay, cool. Now smoke. Solo. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is get these cavities. So let's first make sure I don't have a material assigned to this, which I don't. Okay. You can see the painting that I've already done. So if this were flat, I mean, by flat, I mean just one color, we could look at that really easily by me turning off the, let's grab this like middle gray color. Okay, and then I'll go back to my subtool. I should just do a whole thing about polypainting. I don't think I've done one since I did Bishop. But I'll just turn off now. There you go. So this is what it looks like with no, you know, none of that painting that I've already done. So I'll turn that back on. You see, it helps, but it needs more. So let's go, and I'm going to grab something that I can see, like let's see, matte cap white. Nah, I don't like that. Skin shade 4, where's that? It's always behind the pure ref. I love pure ref, but it's always like right in front of the thing that I want. So it's got a bit of a speck to it that I'm not loving. But I'll use it just for now. And now let's go to masking. Let's see. Move this out of the way. And move this over here. All right, so now I can go to my masking and do a mask by cavity, right? Usually like to flatten this out, turn the intensity all the way up, turn the blur all the way down, go mask by cavity. Okay, and see what it gives me. Yeah, let's see if I invert this, what it looks like. Yeah, I don't love it. Let's see, let's pull this up here. Mask by cavity. All right, there you go. So I just want it in the recesses, not everywhere else. I'll turn this way up. Maybe if I turn the blur up and do it. There you go. So it's okay. It's okay. Yeah. So I don't love the fall off, right? So let's see what happens if I try to do mask by AO. So let's undo this. Do AO. Now this is going to be more memory intensive, but let's say AO of, let's say 2. Around 2. And then let that do its thing. So gotta calculate the AO. But the computer's calculating this thing. Hope you guys hear me. Come on, man. Crap. Okay, hold on. Oh my God. Ugh. Present. Share screen. Share. All right. You guys don't want to see this screen that's not doing. Oh, it worked. See? Wow. Apologies to Maxon. This is where I normally would tell Bradley to apologize. I have to apologize to Maxon. It totally did exactly what it was supposed to do. I was just impatient. I was impatient. So if you guys are still here, let's see. Still here? All right. I did it. And it looks pretty daggone nice too, by the way. Look at that. I love it. All right. So I'm going to flip that now, right? Let's go back to my subtool. Oh, please don't crash. I'm sorry, ZBrush. While we're waiting, you know what only makes the coffee taste better? When you drink it out of a nice mug, you guys. If you want a nice Stylus League mug, just come on over to our YouTube. You can buy it right from the YouTube page. Go to our store. Just saying. Okay, and it's done. It's done. Our short commercial is over now. All right, look. So now I'm going to hide the mask. And if you're not already, please subscribe to my channel. Look, I love talking to you guys, and I love showing you guys what I do and being a part of the community with everyone. And I would love to have you all over come over to my house at Stylus League, youtube.com/Stylus League, because we stream every weekend or week. Plus we have the B-side with Brad Grotman now. 2 streams in a week. All right, so I'm going to hide this mask, right? Now I'm going to fill this with black, but I'm not going to do 100%. Let's just see what this looks like. Color fill. Ah, isn't that pretty, guys? Look at that. All right, before I go too hard with this, I want to see what it looks like with just a regular. Yeah, that's dope. Color fill, make it a little darker. All right. Yeah, I like that a lot. All right, so now what I can do is I can paint in some of the lighter areas by hand. But before I do, I'm going to save, because if I lost it now, I'd be real upset. Save as. Merge Dredd ZBL. No. Oh. Okay. Thanks, Nathan. Superpower zebras. Hey, that's what the show is for, Oliver. We're all here to level up. All right. Grab my standard brush here. All right, this is the fun part. How much time do I have? 7 minutes to show you the fun part. Let's get this on a spray. No, not a spray. Just let's just leave it as is. Let's see what we get here. Now, what I'd like to do, I think I was sculpting. I know for a fact I was sculpting this with Sculptress Pro. So because I started and I haven't retopologized it, yeah, I'm going to paint with Sculptress Pro active. But because I'm doing that, I want to hide some of the model. It just works a little better. So let's see. Let's also turn off. No. Turn that up. Oh, I'm still masked. Yeah, masked. All right. So let's turn this up. Let's see if I get a better result. Okay, that's cool. Turn this down. So I actually turned off Sculptress Pro. It's maybe a little warmer than I want. These wisps are where it's really going to look good. Let's come over here and get these. And if you missed the beginning of the show, the reason why they title my my streams illustration by way of sculpture is because, again, I'm a painter who started using ZBrush, and it just made my life a lot easier. You know, if you haven't, if you have access to the Gnomon classes, I just did a tutorial that they have on there on demand, where I sculpt a model and then go in and use it for a paint over, and that's kind of what I do with my clients. You know, like I use this a lot for them. ZBrush has just made it a lot easier for me to block out models quickly and then paint over them or use them as reference. Sometimes I just look at them, and it makes life a lot easier. So if you're a 2D person who's interested in getting into 3D, I highly recommend using the software. It's got a very low kind of barrier of entry. Again, I tried using the 3D apps. I have a very difficult time kind of wrapping my head around the proper box modeling, you know. Although now that I've used ZModeler for a while, I get it a little more than I used to. But yeah, no, I love the fact that you can just paint, and it's like painting in a 2D application in here. Polypainting is dope. And you know, I enjoy Substance Painter as well. But it's just, this feels more like what I do every day, is painting right on top of the model without having to have UVs and stuff. All right, so see, it's starting to really come together now. There's an amazing sculpture that Sideshow sells of this Ronin Wolverine, and he's got all of these intricate, I think the base has kind of some flowy smoke in it, but I'm just reminded every time I see this kind of stylized sculpt, or smoke rather, it reminds me of the woodcuts that you would see, you know, from like the Japanese artwork. All right, so let's take this down and look at it. Let's go back to that. Let's go back to Skin Shade 4 and take a look. It's easier to see. I don't love the spec though. That's the only thing. I can fix that, but you know, just go in and play around with the material. There you go. Look at that. So I just went to the flat shade, and now you can really see where it all comes together, right? Sometimes it's nice just to paint like this. That AO just really helped me see where these forms are. So what I would normally do is kind of get the lights and the darks like this, and then start to blend them together, you know, whether it be by actually holding down smooth and setting it to only color, which you can totally do. Some people forget that, and then smoothing it, or by just kind of grabbing a darker, like I do want this to be black, right? So I'll grab the darker color, turn down the opacity a lot, and then just kind of tie it all in, just paint over it. This is where using your spray comes in kind of nicely. So instead of dots, I'd switch to spray. Turn up the opacity a little bit so I can see it. There you go. And just kind of pull these together. Maybe grab a color in between the two. So let's grab something in between the light and the dark. And then just paint those together. Introduce some of that color into the other part of it. Right. And now the whole thing is looking a little lighter than I want, so I would now darken it up. I can go in and grab the black, bring it back down a little bit. It's that back and forth that kind of just makes it all feel very organic. All right, so then I can show the whole thing. And you can see I have my work cut out for me. But, you know. Soften this up a little bit. But now when we go back and turn on depth, of course it auto saves. Well, I'm not saving, so I'm glad somebody is saving. All right, what'd I miss? What time are we streaming on the weekends? So we're on the East Coast. We stream at 10 a.m. to 12 noon on our time. So if you're on the West Coast, it's going to be a little earlier. What's that? 7 to 9? Yeah, 7 to 9. We have some amazing interviews coming out. If you haven't seen our interview with Raphael Phillips, Dope Pope, we have some new people coming, just to give you an idea. If anybody's using the ZBrush and really enjoys it, we're going to be doing an interview with Geo. If you are a fan of, yeah, I don't want to leak it here. I'll tell you the rest of the people on my show. You come on my show, I'll tell you who we got. We got some amazing interviews coming out. Some you would be surprised. If you watched our 100th episode, and maybe you saw someone who was saying happy 100th to us on the video, who's a big sculptor, wink, wink. We got an interview with that person, and gonna get him on the show. So, just saying, it's a good time to come and join us. All right, so there you go. There's that. Oh, I'm over time. All right, so here is basically where we are with the smoke. You guys didn't even tell me. I told you to tell me. Don't let me stay on here all day. Let's lighten it up so we can see, because it's kind of hard to see. It's a dark piece overall. Light. Let's move this over here. Turn it up a bit more. Maybe bring it down below. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, and bring back Dredd. Subtool. There he is. All right. So, we're getting there. We're getting there. All right. And this is what it looks like without Polypainting. Let's turn that light back down. Okay. Bring this down here. All right. Let's see if anybody guessed it. What's up, MJ? In New York, be there this week. Good, good, good. Ring the bell. Nice. Okay. Anybody want to take a guess at who's coming on the show? Somebody, you guys got to guess. I mean, I want to see if you can guess it. One guess, and then I got to get out of here. I'll give you a hint. I never shut up about this person. If you've ever seen any of my streams, all I do is talk about this person. MJ, you shut up. Don't listen to MJ. Don't anybody other than MJ. All right. It's Daniel Bell. Okay. All right. I'll see you guys. join the Stylus League, please. If you like this video, give it a like. If you like me, give me a subscribe. And well, I'll see you at the end of the month with Bradley. All right? Take care, everybody. Peace.